Okay, this one is called Pick Your Poison. And it's similar to the one that is the lesser of two evils, but this one is means that the choices are equally as bad. Let's take a look here at the basic definition. You can say pick your poison or choose your poison. This is pretty commonly said. I know I'm supposed to like choose the more rare idioms, but this one was just on my list, and I thought, okay, oops. Okay. Used to say that someone has to make a choice between two unpleasant choices, or I should, I think it would be better to say that two choices which both are not perfect. See what I mean? So it doesn't have to be unpleasant. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's say it does have to be unpleasant. Yeah. So there's some unpleasant aspect about it. Okay, so let's say you are all right. So let's say you are shoe eye, right? And you are some kind of an engineer working at a big in a big office somewhere, uh, and so it's pouring down rain, and there's no like in in-house cafeteria or anything, and nobody's got any food. Everybody just goes out to eat, right? But let's just say that it's a kind of everybody's the parking lot for your car is way far away, right? Way far away, and so it's lunchtime, okay, and so it's pouring down rain, and let's say you know somebody says, okay, well we got to get something to eat, and they're talking to Chuai, right? And they say to him, well, we've got steakhouse that's about 3 blocks away, right? And this is kind of like in the U.S. Nobody has an umbrella. Like in Japan, everybody carries an umbrella, but in the U.S., for some reason, it's people don't like doing it because they're I don't know they think it looks dorky or something. But so nobody's got an umbrella. So the one choice is the steakhouse that's 3 blocks away, right? And it's got a salad bar. It's going to be good, healthy, but a little bit more expensive. And the other choice is the convenience store that's only like a half block away, and you can kind of you're not going to get your feet wet. You can if you got your little foldable umbrella, you can. Or if you don't have anything, you can just kind of take something and cover up, make a dash for the convenience store. But it's a typical American convenience store where it's most of the food's crap, and don't know why they can't get good food like in other countries, like in Japan, for example. Convenience store food is pretty good. You could live on it and it would like get tired of it, but it's still pretty good. But like microwave like cheeseburgers and stuff in America, none of it's any good, and it's like bags of chips and stuff. Anyway, forget it. So so somebody's talking to Shuai trying to explain the options, and they say, well, we can go to the steakhouse, but then we're going to get real wet, or we can go to the convenience store. Pick your poison, right? That's the way they always do. They always say, so pick your poison. That's kind of the kind of thing that they do. They offer those choices, okay? Um, and they pause. They say, so pick your poison. Say it like that. Okay. I got another one that I thought of. Okay, so you're choosing between an Apple device or Android device. An Apple device, if you want to put a song on an Apple device, it is like a huge mini step process. You got to go through iTunes and you got to like either upload it to the cloud and then download it again, or you got to somehow put it into your, make a playlist, and it's the most ridiculous thing ever, right? Whereas an Android, you just drag the song over and go, just click it and it'll play. Okay. But Android has this crazy thing where it's like, you can't see this. I think I made it. Look at this. Okay. I hate Android phones for one reason, and that is that this space button is very near to this thing that closes it out. So I'm always touching this thing, right? If you touch it just a little bit wrong, it will close out, and then you got to like open it up again. It's such a hassle. So, if you're choosing between an Android phone and an Apple phone, it's just like pick your poison. Either one has its demerits, right? But some of them are good in some ways. I mean, both of them are good in some ways. Okay, so, all right, let's just take a look here at the other things that I found. And it's just the way this guy says it. It's perfect the way this guy says it.
However, do keep in mind, it can introduce input lag. So pick your poison. And
See the way he said that? People often say it like that. So pick your poison.
So pick your poison. And
that's textbook way of saying it.
So you can sort of pick your poison of what.
I don't like this one.
Pythagorean theorem. So you can
skip. Sorry.
The subtle flavor of the coconut.
Okay, this is a good one. So he's making these chocolate coconut tarts, and so what he's basically saying is, if you cook it a little while longer, it's gonna make this like toasted coconut flavor, right? Which is good, right? We like the taste of toasted coconut, but he's also saying that it that toasted flavor kind of overpowers the more lighter flavors of the rest of the coconuts.
And it can make the pastry harder to cut with a fork. Pick your poison. The subtle flavor of the coconut, and it can make the pastry harder to cut with a fork. Pick your poison.
Okay.
So yeah, I think you get to pick your poison.
Okay. Anyway, so just choose between two less than ideal situations. Okay. So that had to be talked about, okay? So you can use that when talking to your daughter, right? So she's dating two guys, right? One is kind of square, kind of like he's a nice kid, right? He's nice, and he's probably the choice that the parent would make, right? And there's another one that's a little bit wild, but you can't trust him, right? So it's like, just tell her, okay, well, pick your poison, right? The one guy's a little bit boring, but the other guy's a little bit too wild, right? So pick, right? So anyway, that could be used for so many different situations. Okay, so I will talk to you on the next idiom.